Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode, to another walking and talking. I know it feels like it's been a million years since I've made one of these. It's been a while. Let's get into it. Let's not waste too much time. As you guys already know, we talk about the topic at hand, which is, well, you need to hear this. What is it? Oh, you're gonna find out as you watch the episode. All right, I'm in the hot sun over here. This is the shade. All right, if you're gonna be traveling to Merida, Mexico, which is where this video is taking place, this is how you know whether you're a local or not. It's late in the afternoon right now, and I'm walking on the shady side of the street, as you guys can see, as opposed to over there, which is like 700 degrees. Over here, not so bad. It's all right. So I'm just like in the northern part of it, Centro, and I had to swing by over here to visit a family member real quick, literally drop off some sunglasses. And so I was like, you know what, let me bring the camera, take a little walk. It's not so hot at the moment, and show the sights, do a little walk and talk like we used to, like you guys enjoy and all that good stuff. So let's get into it. What do you need to hear? What is it about this video that's so important that you guys need to stay tuned and find out and all that good stuff? Well, it's because the thing is that, you know, there's been a lot of people that have been moving out here in very recent, months, years, and so on. And some of you guys love it, some of you guys hate it. Let's just keep it 100, let's just keep it real. And unfortunately, for all those people out there that hate it, that's what we're going to be talking about there, because there's, again, a lot of you guys are watching these videos. You guys don't live out here just yet. And so since you guys don't live out here just yet, well, you might think this place is one thing, and then once you get here, it's something else. And we've talked about this subject many times in this we've talked about this many times, all right, on this channel. In fact, I try to cover it from as many angles as possible. And in the last episode that you saw, I was talking about how so many expats are actually going broke out here, which is kind of weird, right? Kind of odd. You would think, wait a minute, I thought people were moving out here for a better cost of living, not just a better way of life, not just a healthier life, and so many other factors that are very important. But there's the money issue involved here. And so I figured, why not look at this? Look how beautiful this place is, a little mural, little something. You got a little bar there, little cantina. If you're interested in that, you like cantina things. The thing is that, unfortunately, unfortunately, a lot of you guys, are coming out here and not liking it. And let me explain why. I'm not talking about Merida per se. I'm just talking about in general, Mexico in general. And the thing is that, like I said, oh, look at this. This person's selling stuff out here. Interesting. Cool. So what we're looking at here, okay, it's just someone in their home selling things. It doesn't matter what it is. It's like having a yard sale, but 24 hours a day in a sense. And if you want to buy something, or you want to look at something, you just reach out to the person living there, and you get to do that. But as I was saying, some people like that and some people don't like that. And that's what I mean. It's just little things like that that start to accumulate. Some people hate that because they're like, oh, why isn't there no rules or regulations? What if I buy something there and I want to return it and I can't return it? Where are my rights? Or what if I buy something there and then I get like fleas? How do I sue the lady? And I could go on and on. There's a lot of people that just, that's the way they think, and other people that think, oh my God, that's so awesome that not only that person can do that, but that you can also do that, and that you can benefit from that. And some of those clothes there, it said 5 pesos, so some of the clothes there was going for like 25 cents. So that's pretty cool. 25 US cents. All right. But as I was saying, it's just many things about this lifestyle out here. I feel like I've already been walking a bunch and I haven't said anything. Oops, should have waited at the light there. See, I'm a bad boy, man, bad boy. Anyways, but as I was saying, you know, the thing is that, look, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit about my story. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit about, you know, how I ended up here, and then we're gonna go from there. You know, my whole life, my whole entire life, I spent it working basically, you know, paycheck to paycheck, or kind of barely making it or getting ahead. Even when I had my own businesses and I was doing things on my own and things were going pretty well, still, you know, the reality was, oh, I think this is the police station here, or one of the police stations. But the reality was that, like, unfortunately, you know what I mean, I was just barely surviving. I was just barely making it. I was just, you know, what is it, like, a clawing for survival every single day. And so, you know, that was my life, you know, for a good majority of it. And many times I had, you know, good moments in my life in which I didn't have to claw so much, and then I have to do that so much. And I actually, let me make sure I'm going the right way, actually, as we get through this little area with the noise here. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, most of my life I was, you know, just barely surviving and clawing my way through. Okay, good thing I checked the map. All right, anyways, I can get very easily distracted just walking around showing you the neighborhoods. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, as I was already used to, you know, clawing my way through life and all that good stuff. So when I came out here, and you know, I was in a very similar situation in which I had to continuously, you know, claw for survival. All of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, I'm actually making headway here. I'm actually, you know, doing a better, you know, I'm getting, how do I say this, I'm doing a lot better here with fewer resources than I ever did in the US. And you know, remember, I got here, look, again, let me just give you a quick 2-second version of how I got here. But you know, I basically got here to Mexico because, look, you know, I fell on hard times, okay, while I was living in the USA. You guys already know my situation. If you guys don't know, check out my previous videos talking about all that. And because of those hard times, you know, I didn't have a choice, but I had to, you know, go live in LA with my friends. Basically, I landed on somebody's couch, and before I knew it, you know, I was already, you know, living with a bunch of roommates, and living that LA lifestyle. And you know, again, back to survival, back to that, like what I was used to. And then all of a sudden, one day, you know, my roommates came up to me and said, hey, you know, we can't really hack it up here. We really can't, you know, make it out here anymore, so we're leaving, and so you need to find another place. And so I had like 3 weeks to find another place to live, and I couldn't find anywhere in LA. I couldn't find anywhere basically in the US that was feasible or doable. So then all of a sudden I said, you know what, maybe I could just go to another country. I gotta start over anyway, might as well just start over somewhere else where I can really have an adventure and have some fun. And you know, I landed here. You know, it's a long, you know, it's a whole long-winded answer as to, you know, how I ended up over here. As again, I've talked about it many times in many episodes, but when I came out here and all of a sudden I had to get back to, you know, survival mode, and you know, just get back to that lifestyle, which I was already doing in LA, but all of a sudden I'm doing it in a completely different country, in a completely different environment, and everything was just new, very new. Everything is still new. I still say, I'm constantly surprised, constantly amazed. Little bike store here, so you want to buy some motorcycles and all that good stuff. Cool. All right, so we're gonna be heading that way now, going north again. I'm actually looking for the park. Let me see if we can find the park. But yeah, you know, when I got here and I was just back to, like, you know, survival mode and doing all that stuff, you know, all of a sudden, all right, we gotta walk a little bit more this way. Oh, I'm walking the wrong way. That's what it was. You're walking the wrong way. I miss these walks and talks. You know, now that I'm making videos indoors, you know, meaning I'm recording with the car and then I'm coming out here and you know, and then, well, sorry, it's not that easy to do all this under the hot sun. See, that's why, oh, there's shade, better. Anyways, no, but I was saying, you know, as I was saying, yeah, I'm so used to already, you know, recording in the car, coming back, and then, you know, recording at home and doing that whole thing that, you know, you lose, you know, I forget how to do these. And a lot of times I'm making these videos as I'm making them now, and I'm thinking, is this even good content? Anyways, I'm sure it is. Anyways, let's keep the camera facing forward. You guys don't want to see my fat face. I'm sure you've seen it enough. I'm gonna walk through here again. All right. Look, check out these guys working. But yeah, it's a different kind of lifestyle out here. It's a different kind of everything out here. And you know, that's what makes it so awesome. So when I came out here, you know, to this country, and all of a sudden, not only was I, you know, in a really bad, dire situation, in a sense, you know, not a bad situation, but just like a survival situation. And I saw everyone around me in the same situation, or worse for whatever reason. But everybody was happy, everybody was working, everybody was able to, you know, go to the beach, you know, have an awesome day, you know, celebrating whatever event. And anyways, it was just a completely different way of life. And all of a sudden, I fell in love with this place. And before I knew it, I started to realize, wait a minute, everything that I've always wanted my whole entire life is here. Has always been here. And I don't know why I didn't know that it was here. And it was, well, obviously because I never came here. And what do I mean by here? By, you know, another country, Mexico in this case. All right. And now we got some traffic coming. All right, not too much, just 2 cars. Can we go? Just checking it out. But yeah, so yeah, when there's pauses, I'm just trying to gather my thoughts here and breath. But anyways, as I was saying, you know, when I came out here, I realized, oh, wait a minute, everybody out here is in survival mode, you know? I mean, and it's not like a bad survival mode, meaning it's like everyone's hardworking, everybody's just trying to make it, everybody's trying to survive, everybody's trying to, you know, get theirs, do theirs, and everybody can, how do I say this? Everybody can advance here, which is like the cool part of all this. You know, it's kind of, let me see if I can jump here. Fuck it. All right. So, you know, all of a sudden I come out here and, you know, I'm just doing some work online, doing a few gigs here and there. And before I knew it, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I can actually survive out here. I can actually do what I love out here. I can live my life out here. So, look, the reality is that, look, a lot of people are just looking for a place to live with a lower cost of living. If that's all you're looking for, there's a lot of places you can do that in. You know what? Let's walk through. This is a Parque La Mejorada. All right, let's just walk through the center since there's shade. And I can show you guys the park. All right, nice little area here. So anyways, so that's what I realized. You know what I mean? I realized that, wait a minute, out here, like for example, you see how people are just laying on the, you know, a lot of people are just sitting around at the park. Yeah, they're probably waiting for the bus. They're just relaxing. They're just, you know, working. That person's working. You know, there's all kinds of things. And like, it's not looked bad like a bad thing. Like, you know, you might be working, cleaning the park, and you want to take a break. So you just lay down. No one's going to look at you. No one's going to arrest you. You're not going to get in trouble. And it's just a different way of life. Again, there's a lot of people out there that, you know, they see somebody sleeping in the park and they you know, they almost have a heart attack. It's like, why? That person's just laying there. It's hot, or he's tired, or whatever. And so, I don't know, man. You know, like I said, I could just be here in my deep thoughts, you know, telling you guys really why I love it here. But it's just, it's a way of life. You know, that's just really the reality of it. You know, all of a sudden out here, everyone's in the same boat as me. You know, of course, you know, there's rich people, you know, there's all kinds of people, you know, there's all kinds of incomes, all kinds of everything. But what I am saying is, what do I mean by people like me, or people like you in this case? It's just people that want to have a job, whatever job that is. It could be an actual job. It could be working for themselves. It could be whatever it is, man. Whatever the hell you want to do. Play music. You know, you want to be a pro Parcheesi player. You know, you want to be the, whatever it is you want to do. All of a sudden out here in this country, just because things are just more chill, things are, you know, less expensive, people are just more open to the fact that everyone out here is hustling and doing their own thing, whatever that thing is. And everyone here in a weird way supports each other. You know, again, this is like one of the cool things like about like when I lived in LA. Sure, things, look at this, in case, you know, people want like video games and Pokemon cards and all that good stuff, you can come here. Or ice cream right next door. So, as I was saying, you know, out here, you know, people can really like in a sense, like, you know, just live their life and enjoy their life. And so, you know, a lot of people are homebodies. Enjoying their life is staying at home all day. They want to have a big house, a big yard, a big everything. And you know, you can still probably do that in the US and in some other countries out there, in which, you know, you can very easily, you know, just live that life, no problem. Sure, it's going to be difficult, you know, moving. Sure, it's going to be very difficult moving. Yeah, it's loud. Sorry. Sure, it's going to be difficult moving to another part of the country. You know, you might be living in a city and thinking you want to move to a rural area, and that's going to be difficult because everything is difficult in life. It's just the way life is. But all I am saying is that if you're going to be making this huge ass, big ass difficult move, then maybe, perhaps, wouldn't be a bad idea to, you know, do some research and just, you know, cover all your bases and be like, well, wait a minute, you know, maybe moving to Mexico might not be the best decision. Maybe it might not be the smartest decision, for, you know, for obvious reasons. You know, they just don't speak the language, for number one. You know, there's a lot of reasons, but let's just you know, stick to the obvious. And but there's a lot of reasons why moving out here could be a lot more difficult than moving to, I don't know, Sioux Falls. Damn, I'm blanking here. Sioux Falls, South Dakota? Is that it? Or Sioux Falls, Nebraska? I don't know, man. Damn it, I failed. Anyways, all I'm saying is that there are options for you. It might not be coming to Mexico. You know, if coming to Mexico is a very extreme and radical move. I mean, let's just say it like it is. And it might not be for everybody. Me, I am an extreme and radical guy. I can't even say those words these days. I feel like those words are bad words these days. You can't say those words, right? You know, it means you love America too much or something. Anyways, so, anyways, whatever. The point I'm making is that, you know, simply put, you know, it's very extreme to make such a huge move, like moving to Mexico, or moving to another country, or moving to another state, or just moving, you know, a major move. And so, you know, maybe think about it multiple times, you know, before you make the move to come out here. Because like I said, if you want to move to Mexico, you better have a sense of adventure. You better have want and desire to, you know, explore new things. You better enjoy, you know, going through difficult situations and growing. You better enjoy the difficulties of life and all that good stuff. Because look, I enjoy difficult things. I enjoy going through difficult situations. I enjoy, you know, difficulty in life. Why? Because the greater the difficulty, the greater the reward. And I like to gamble with life, in the sense of, like, I like to live life, and that a lot of times entails taking risks, taking major risks. And so for me, before I moved out here, before I even thought about moving to Mexico, you know, I had choices. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I looked into, you know, moving to, you know, rural parts of the country, you know, of the US in this case. That's awesome. I gotta get one of those. All right, what do you think? I can get one of those. So you can drive it in the city, no problem. Anyways, I gotta get one. They look cool, right? Anyways, I know, right? Okay, what was I saying? What was I saying? All right, yeah, sorry. I was just trying to concentrate on traffic and the people and not getting run over. Anyways, look, the real danger of Mexico. The streets, the roads. But that's the thing. You know, living in Mexico, you are constantly, you know, putting your life in danger. You know, whether you like that or not. Some people do, some people don't. And what do I mean by putting your life in danger? Well, simply put, you know, the fact that you're constantly living on the edge. It's just more raw out here. Things are just more difficult out here. But the rewards are so much greater. And I don't know, you know, for me, that's why I love Mexico. Sure, I'll go visit the US. Sure, I travel and I want to continue traveling and see the rest of the world and see other parts of the, you know, other parts of Mexico and all this other stuff. But what I mean is that the reason I love Mexico so much is because, like I said, you know, out here, you can truly be free. I've said it many times before, but it's not for everybody. Look, again, I know my videos are a lot of times these rants that just go all over the place, but the thing is that you got to be okay with people leaving their garbage out here to get collected and not be in a trash bin in this nice ass house. All right, look at it. I mean, hold on, let me see if I can show you correctly. I'm sorry, I gotta deal with all this traffic and people here. All right, look, I'm putting my, but all I'm saying is this: look at these beautiful properties, beautiful homes, okay? And yet you got to put your garbage out like that. There's no like garbage, you know, thing. But some people, I mean, just that alone, it's enough to stop them from moving out here. Having to put toilet paper in the trash bin as opposed to flushing it down the toilet, that is enough for them not to come out here. So what I mean is this: life out here is awesome. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you know what I mean? If you are, all you care about is comforts and your comforts, then you're not gonna like it out here. Because, you know, out here, it's an awesome life, but it comes at a cost. And that cost might not be for everybody. That cost might not be something that a lot of people, you know, want to pay. And what is the cost? You know, well, like I said, you know what I mean, is the fact that things are just a little bit more raw out here. And by the way, a lot of people are always like, oh, why don't you show other nicer parts of Mexico? Why are you always showing, you know, this part of Mexico? You know, meaning, why do I always show the parts of Mexico, you know, like where I live, or the neighborhoods I live, or the historic districts or the old districts? And how come I don't show a lot of the nicer, fancier areas? Listen, other YouTubers can show you that. And again, you know, when I make these videos, I'm showing people, you know, what they can have outside of what they already have. You know, meaning, for a lot of people, living in you know, an area like this, or in these conditions and this kind of life, is something that they just cannot access. And if they do access, for the most part, it is somewhere they don't want to live. And all of a sudden, you know, they get to see for themselves. I think that's why you guys enjoy these videos. See for yourself, you know, that, man, you can live out here and it's beyond safe and it's beyond amazing. And I can go on and on. And I know I'm walking through just like a random part of Centro here with not much going on except for traffic on a, you know, Friday afternoon. But it is what it is, you know, like, you know, a lot of people, all they see is what's up north, you know, of the city. I keep saying north because this city in particular is split in two. You know, one part of the city is like this, and then the other part is, well, like where you live. And that's the thing. I don't want to show you the parts where I don't want to live. I don't want to show you the parts that, you know, a lot of people don't want to live in, you know, because they come out here. And that's the thing. You know, let's just keep it real. You know, we're getting close to the end of this episode, so that's why I'm flipping the camera around here. Whew, very hot today, as always out here. That's right. But as I was saying, you know, living out here is not for everybody. And why is it not for everybody? Well, just like I said, simply put, it's because it's a different way of life. Everything is just chill, different speed. Everything looks different. Everything feels different. Everything's just different. And for some people, oh my God, you can't get any better than that. And for other people, my God, this is pure misery. That's why a lot of people are like, hey, how come you don't show the north? I'm already at my destination. It's like, how come you don't show the other nicer parts? And I'm like, well, because I don't want to show those other nicer parts, because those other nicer parts, you know, they resemble the USA too much. They resemble Canada too much. They resemble the areas that I left too much, you know, to the point where I don't want to go, because I don't want to be reminded of those places or those things or those feelings or that anything. In fact, every time I travel to the north or to areas that resemble what I left back home, it gives me anxiety, like to the point where I can't wait to leave. I can't wait to get the hell out of there. I can't wait to come back home, which is, you know, again, you guys have seen the neighborhood where I live in, the neighborhoods around here, and other neighborhoods around, you know, again, I drive around them, I show you, and so on and so forth. And I'm gonna be showing you so much more as we continue this journey of me living out here and showing you guys how life is out here. So again, guys, I really hope, you know, that this video was helpful to you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You already know, if this video is something that has brought you value, or, you know, not just this video or any video, anything that I've done has ever brought you value and has helped you in any way, and you want to help me in any way, you already know what to do. You can just check out all the links down below. You can leave a donation, or you can just, you know, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment. Let's start a conversation. What do you think? Are you the kind of person that wants all your comforts? Or are you the kind of person that are okay in living in, you know, conditions where, you know, things might be a little uncomfortable, but in totality, you just live a way better life, and your life is just so much better in so many ways. There's nothing like picking your own tomatoes, picking your own basil from your own garden. There's nothing like going to the butcher and getting meat from the animal that was butchered that day. There's nothing like living out here, you know what I mean? Or, you know, living in a country where things are the way they are out here. It really is truly amazing. Not as amazing as this person out here with the driving and all that good stuff, but you know, it is what it is. You know, you get to see even the worst of drivers out here just living their life and doing their thing and enjoying their life, and you can too. You can too. So guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, walk and talk. I decided to do it because, well, you know, I need to get some exercise, and I know you guys love these videos, and we got to get back into the groove of things. We got to start making these videos again on a more regular basis so that I can get better at making them, because I'm getting too soft. I'm getting too comfortable, you know, sitting in my nice air-conditioned studio, as opposed to coming out here and sweating to the oldies like I usually do. So guys, you already know what's up. If you enjoy this kind of content, you already know what to do. Don't forget to please like, please subscribe, please share, please hit the bell icon, but more importantly than anything else, please stay awesome. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.